going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Midwest Meltdown. Got your boy Zach.
Josh.
Welcome back, guys.
I want to start this off. We're drinking first.
Okay.
Because we got to pop this bottle open.
Yep. We can't do this unless we're drunk. Somebody help us. All right, what do we got, Josh?
We have Basil Hayden's. It's one of my favorite whiskeys to order at a restaurant.
Never seen this.
Because it's very common, but it's also very good.
Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Yeah. So this is our ASMR portion.
Okay.
Pop it.
Here we go, everybody. Listen and enjoy. Oh, wow.
I feel good.
That was way more like high-pitched and intense than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was like what we did before.
Well, it's because it's all full.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I feel so relaxed now.
Wow. Not going to lie, I sniffed it. Not so relaxed anymore.
Yeah.
Feel pretty juiced.
Well, here, because we have a kind of a structure for today. I don't have anything off the cuff to talk about right now. But we're going to see how well we know each other here. Okay.
Oh.
That's going to last you all night now.
That's why I didn't want a big glass. I didn't even read.
So, just so you know, it's a possibility to not fill the glass.
For the record, Josh gave me a pint glass instead
and I thought you would just not fill it up.
Because the thing is, though, is I was doing more ASMR stuff.
Oh,
so I wanted to see, I wanted to like, oh, that sounds really cool. And then I didn't realize, because I was like, wow, I have a lot of real estate here to keep pouring. And then it just kept going.
All right, well, that's...
So this is it for the day.
So give me the cap, and I'm going to keep this by me.
This is my medicine.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to talk about...
We're getting into trouble here.
Our video game Mount Rushmore. So we wrote this down, and what we're going to do to make it more fun is we're going to guess each other's first. So we haven't told each other what the answer is.
For the record, that is really smooth.
I told you it's good.
Wow.
Don't ever fucking doubt me. Ever. A big whiskey guy. So
do what Josh would do. Big whiskey guy.
We're going to guess each other's video game Mount Rushmore. Just for fun. It's going to be a lot of characters we already talked about, which is fine. I picked mine based on basically... I'll tell you how I picked mine. You can tell me how you picked yours.
Okay.
Not in terms of like the success of the game, not in terms of popularity or whatever. When I wrote mine out, I was picking guys that are just like top of the top badass dudes. Unfortunately, dudes. No females on my list.
Really?
Honorable mention.
Well, one of my guesses is out then.
Oh, that's funny.
Fuck.
Well, I mean, you still gotta
I still
guess
have
though.
it, but I mean,
I'll mention it later because we know what we're talking about.
That's
dude. If I had five,
do you know who I'm thinking of?
Yeah, of course.
Do you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll talk about it when we get into it, but I'm assuming
Well, now I have to think of another. Well, I mean, I technically have four. I had five guesses for you, but I do have now just four.
Yeah. If I had a fifth spot, she'd be right on there.
Oh, she for sure would be.
Here, how about that? You get one honorable mention, so think of yours. I have mine. I'll keep talking while you think of yours. And I have mine here. I'll put it on there. So, just literally, like, badass people, man. Like, always winning the fights. Super good. Heroes. Saving people. A lot of aliens getting fought
actually,
here
I have
on my
one
list.
Okay, I've got two honorable mentions.
Okay.
One is an obvious one, but I had to kind of pick between the two of them. And then the other one is somebody who you had just, like, when you just said about the whole, like, the guy, sacrifice, all this stuff, first guy I think of.
It might be one of my guesses for you.
No way.
We'll
if
see.
you can
We'll see.
guess
We'll get
this
into
individual, I will be thorough. If you just guess it, I'll be thoroughly impressed.
We'll get into it.
No way, dude. There's no way.
What do you want first? Do you want to guess mine first? Or do you want me to guess yours?
I want to guess your first.
You want to guess mine first? Yes. Okay. So
because I got two that are locks.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm pretty confident.
If you can't guess one of them,
Commander Shepard's on there.
Commander Shepard's the first one I wrote down.
Okay, thank you. And the second one you wrote down was Kratos.
Kratos is on there.
He's not?
He is on there.
Okay,
yep.
I was like, okay. I'm like, those two for sure locked in. Okay.
Absolutely.
2 for 2.
Yep.
For the record, I did have Lara Croft.
So she is my honorable mention.
Okay. Because I was like, you obviously played the
her.
games when they first started coming out, but I felt like at least while you were still going through your pharmacy school, you played through pretty much like all those games.
It all seemed to line up. I would purchase the games over winter break.
Yeah.
Winter or summer break.
And
I would always play them. Yeah. Yeah. Laura, she's a badass. So
I remember, you were pretty adamant on the whole Tomb Raider series. I have one on here.
Okay, so you have two more spots to fill.
John Marston.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Good guess, though.
I really thought for sure, because I mean, okay, all right.
Yeah.
This one, kind of a shot in the dark. Obviously not strictly video game, but Batman.
Oh, no, because I think of it more as like a all-encompassing type of character.
Well, like I said, I just feel like from the Arkham games.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
I thought
but like when I think of Batman as a whole, I don't only think of Arkham. But that's a good guess. I mean, those games are amazing.
I feel like these next two are going to be tricky.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do some deep dives, I feel like.
Not as deep as you think.
I can't think of what his name is.
Oh, you want some clues?
Yeah, give me some clues.
Some clues? You want some
some
clues, Scoob?
Okay, Raggy.
Okay, so biggest antagonist to this character that's on my Mount Rushmore is aliens. He fights off
antagonist?
Yeah, like his primary enemy or aliens.
Ooh, okay, primary.
Yeah, saves the galaxy many times.
Oh wow. Oh my god. Oh my god. Master Chief.
There he is.
Okay.
Master Chief.
It's like Jesus.
Master of Chiefs. I'm pulling your strings.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right, you got one more.
You know what's really funny?
Yeah.
I was gonna write down Master Chief, but then I was like, I don't really know. But on the post I saw online for IGN, they had Master Chief and Kratos both on there. I'm like, well, at least Kratos. But then I thought to myself, is he gonna put Master Chief? Oh, okay. All right. And
Master Chief's a G. I don't know if you're gonna get this one. I just don't think you're gonna think of it.
All right, give me a hint then.
Doesn't have a name. Like he doesn't have a name. You don't know his first name or his last name.
I honestly have nothing then.
He fights on a different planet.
Okay.
He fights. So nothing. Those two clues. Nothing yet.
Nothing.
No name. Does not fight on Earth.
Nope.
He is in the military.
Mm-mm.
He's in the Marines. I don't give you the specific branch of the military that he's in.
Still nothing.
The corporation that is responsible for all his problems is the United Aerospace Corporation, the UAC. You just played this game, dude.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I just played this game? What?
His primary enemies are not humans.
Well, I figured that fighting off Earth. I kind of put that together.
They're not aliens.
Did I really just play this game?
Yeah, you really did.
No way.
Yep.
Like how long ago?
Within the last month.
No way.
The sequel just came out.
What the fuck? I just want to look up to see what game. No way.
Well, don't do that now. We're talking.
No, I'm still thinking.
I have one. I mean, like if I describe the enemy explicitly, it's going to give it away. Okay, a very famous weapon that he used. Oh, I'll give you this. He has 5 games.
Okay.
Spanning about 25 years. The first one kind of brought first-person shooters into existence.
James Bond?
No.
Wait,
Before
no.
James Bond.
Jesus, wow, I forgot all my other clues. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yep.
Who?
And he fights demons.
I did not play this game.
Wow, are you having a stroke? It's Doom Guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, you did just play this game.
Oh, I did.
It's so Doom Guy, Doom Marine, the Doom Slayer.
You know what's weird is I have played this game, but do you actually know how long ago it was? So here, look. So that was the last trophy I earned
just talked about it.
for Doom.
Yeah.
Look at all the things I played after that.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, the Doom Marine.
That's why my thinking was, there's no way I just play. Okay.
So let me just talk about my entries then a little. So now we got it all. So Commander Shepard, I mean, Jesus Christ, if anybody's been listening at any point in time knows that I love Mass Effect and Commander Shepard. He's an absolute badass. Sacrifices himself time and time again to protect us from the Reapers. Prayers up. And the Collectors. Master Chief, kind of the same thing. Dude literally launched himself out of a spaceship and fell to a planet.
Unlike Shepard, he doesn't die and he's not a bitch.
Because Master Chief is like not a human.
A master?
Yeah, he's a master.
NBD, but
Commander Shepard's just a commander. So, just saying. So Master Chief, obvious reasons. Come on now. Lara Croft, I'm gonna do Lara Croft. She's a BA. She's not like strong or powerful like those other 4 guys. But I will say this: she's the most badass female video game character that we have. So she really kind of brought the female protagonist.
I mean, she really was like in terms of. Well, I think fold. Samus was one.
Samus is a good one. Yeah,
Samus was like I think like the
true before Tomb Raider.
But I think Lara Croft really set the bar then.
She took it out, yeah.
Took it up and just kept moving it forward to set the bar for everybody
Hell,
else.
I've seen her survive some things that I know for a fact people wouldn't survive, like falling off the side of mountains and all the other shit that she's gone through.
They'd be dead. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
But yeah, she's cool.
Okay.
Kratos,
Obviously.
dude, the redemption story of God of War. He's a god of war. He's amazing, super badass.
Don't know what else I could say,
And
but man,
Doom guy, literally, motherfucker wakes
I'm
up.
so pissed that
He's in a little
that.
cryo chamber. He's like, oh god.
If you would have said they fought on Mars, I would have got it.
Oh yeah, that would have been another one.
If you would have said Mars, that would have been the gimme.
Like, oh, how's it going? Oh my god, we're overrun by demons. Literally, guy wakes up, has to fucking fight off demons.
Did you ever see the video that Rooster Teeth made of Gus trying to carry all the guns like Doom Guy? So they did like that immersion, and they put him on like an open field, and they're like, let's try to see what it's like to carry every gun that Doom Guy does. So he's got like the big the
BFG,
the minigun, the BFG, rocket launcher, chainsaw, like and he's just strapped in. He's like just slowly.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not
a
very strong individual anyway. So yeah, dude, so many cool things about Doom Guy. He's just such a badass. I mean, dude, those glory kills in Doom 2016.
Well, I noticed
Doom
too that you're
Eternal.
starting to play. You bought OG Doom. To play on PS4.
Yeah, on the sale when I bought GTA Vice City, I bought Doom 1, Doom 2.
Doom 1, 2. Okay.
So I just back to the roots. Kind of a fun thing to do.
In the Doom, in like the new game, not the
Doom 2016,
Eternal, but Doom 2016, they had those cool little like segments. Where
I
you
loved
could play.
those hidden levels.
Yeah.
Very
Well, did you
cool.
know too? I actually did some more exploration on this. I looked into like a lot of the more multiplayer. Which, by the way, Doom multiplayer. Wow, is that fast and intense?
Oh my god! Well, that's the whole game.
Exactly. But now just imagine fighting like legit like okay, obviously you fight computer enemies during the campaign, but just imagine fighting like basically like 3 of yourself.
Yeah.
It's
and
so
people who are probably better.
it's so fast paced and so intense. But then I also looked and people actually created their own Doom missions.
Snap maps. Yeah, that's a big thing.
So there was a couple that people created of like the OG looking maps. It was still like Doom Guy 2016 dropped into it, but it was pretty cool to see how the fans like kind of brought up. I mean, again, I knew friends of mine who had Doom on the PC like when it first came out. But I mean, I just watched and just.
Well, a game that we haven't talked about in this conversation right now is Doom 3. Doom 1, Doom 2, very old. And then Doom 3 came out for Xbox.
Because Doom 3 was the first one that actually incorporated like
first person. I mean, it was all first person, but like
the modern
style of first person. Yeah,
that was one. I remember you told me it was like super scary.
Doom 3 because originally only for Xbox.
Okay, that's what it was.
Then they remastered Doom 3 BFG edition for Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. So anyway, on the Xbox, that game it was so scary. It was so scary because like the first ones
wasn't it like the light you had like minimal lighting.
No, you could only hold either a flashlight or a gun.
That's what it was.
That's what made it awesome. Like, and they changed that in Doom 2016 to where you had like a vest light, so you could always have your flashlight on.
Right.
But in Doom 3, original run of Doom 3, you could either pick up hold your flashlight or be holding your gun. So if you walk around, you're like, oh my god, like a zombie. It was just like a regular.
Hoping to remember where
then
he
you
was.
come back and then you shoot him. So that made it very scary because you couldn't just walk around with the gun because you couldn't see.
Right. I saw a post that said for this new Doom game. Obviously, I don't know if you haven't played it yet, but the article said if you stop moving, you die. In Doom Eternal.
God,
they
love
said that they
Dooms.
amped it up so much now that it really does. Obviously, it's the whole hack and slash gun and run sort of thing, but they made it where you have to just be obviously multitasking, but in a very strategic way to just keep yourself alive.
Yeah.
I don't even want to begin to understand how insane that's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
That's going to be nuts.
I'm going to pick that up next.
All right. Do you want to take a run? I guarantee I'm betting you'll get 3 of my 4.
3 or 4?
I think there's the 4th one you will not get.
Okay. So one is Joel from Last of Us.
Yes,
that's an obvious one.
That's an obvious one. I just feel like Joel, the character that...
You want to talk about it after?
Okay.
Yeah. And then my next one was Nathan Drake.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I put John Marston on here for you.
Yes.
Yo, I'm 3 for 3.
Yep, 3 for 3.
All right.
But like I said, if you can get this last guy...
well, then I know I'm not right then.
With how far the deep cut is... Well, it's not... Okay. I wouldn't say deep cut, but he is a famous video game character.
So I had Kratos on yours as well. No Kratos. Okay.
No Kratos.
I had another guess.
Not that I'm not opposed to the God of War, but I just feel like...
No, it's fine. He'll just remember that you said this.
Correct.
It's your funeral.
Yeah, I know.
Ghost? Because you won't shut the fuck up about it?
No.
Did you almost put it on there? Is he your honorable mention?
He's not honorable mention, but you're on the right track.
Is
with
it
Ghost.
Price?
Price.
Yeah, I knew it was one of the two, so I had to guess.
It's Captain Price.
Oh, I did pretty good there.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Now I have 2 honorable mentions. One's pretty obvious. One, if you guess it, I swear.
One's obvious.
This honestly, the second honorable mention is like $100 question.
Okay. Well, let's go with the obvious one first.
Just don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it. Mario.
No, Jesus, no. God.
I don't know.
No. It's Ellie. That's my female choice.
Okay.
She, to me, has just been like another continuation of that female powerhouse where,
like survival.
I mean, even though in the first game
Surviving.
she's young, and now in the second one she's a little bit more. Actually, I heard in the second one you strictly play as Ellie. There is no
right?
Joel anymore. It's just you're playing as Ellie. I feel like she has just been like the overall female Tolkien character for just like
Token or Tolkien?
you get it.
Well,
I know. I think I said
different.
both, didn't I?
Yeah, I don't know why J.R.R. Tolkien's in this conversation.
I don't know. Why not? Well, for you, why not?
Hey, yeah.
Why are you even questioning
not
that?
for you, bitch.
You should have been like, oh, Tolkien? Yeah, speaking of which, Lord of the Rings. No. I don't know, like, to me, she just encompasses being a badass, like, leading, like the relationship that her and Joel always had is just amazing to me, and I feel like Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker just absolutely dominated the stage when they were voice acting and being, what do you call that, in the suits?
Synergistic?
No, like, what do you call that when you're like the moving acting? Like, what do you call that?
Motion capture.
Motion capture. Thank you very much. I don't know. I just think, like I said, Joel for sure got to be on there. Ellie, honorable mention, but we'll see how she turns out.
Let's try to guess your other one then.
game.
I want a hint. I want some hints.
Do you want to do it? Well, I won't give you hints if it's $100 question.
No.
No. Okay.
I don't even have a feeling, so I'm not going to try.
Go back to the whole point of sacrifice.
Okay.
It is a guy. He isn't your typical action adventure video game character.
Is it Scooter?
No. Good guess though. Like I said, big shot in the dark. He was only in one game of a series of 4 games around this particular topic.
What, around this particular topic?
Well, like a topic of what he was involved in. Like there was the string of 4 games centered around a global pandemic.
Sam? Oh,
global pandemic.
Okay.
Is
it one of the guys from Days Gone?
No, but we're on the right track now of zombies.
Is it a different guy from Last of Us?
Incorrect.
All right, give me another.
I'm trying to think of another hint that won't give it away. Well, you probably still. I don't think you'll get his name though. But he's in. It's part of the Walking Dead Telltale series.
Oh, Lee.
Lee. Like,
talking about fucking Lee.
Literally, you start the game off, and he's being taken to prison. Which I'm trying to remember what for. I think he killed somebody, but I'm trying to remember.
I know
why.
That. Yeah, he's a murderer. Because that was the thing he didn't want to tell people.
He didn't want to tell him, but there was like a reason.
Why do I know this?
I don't know.
And you don't.
No. I knew he was going to prison for murder. There was a story behind why he did it, and it was
probably because he wanted to kill the guy.
Well, no, I think he killed like a piece of shit, but they took it as like obviously he killed somebody, and they were like not understanding the full story of what happened.
Sure.
Either way, literally going to prison for murder, and then bounces back and goes and finds Clementine, who at that point is like just a 7-year-old, and basically takes her in and takes her all the way through this apocalypse, only to have like one of the saddest moments.
Yeah, well.
At the end of a video game.
What did we learn? Don't get bit.
Spoiler alert.
Don't get bit.
I shot him.
I'll kill you.
I wouldn't let him turn. Would you let me turn?
Yeah.
You would let me turn?
Yeah, and then
Dude,
kill you.
End me. No.
I mean, because you're still. I mean, I this because you're still sound up until about.
But that's
right
what I'm
at the
saying
end.
though. Is like the turning though is like a disease taking over. So like
No, I know. I'd
fever,
kill you
the
like right when
sweat-
it starts. Right when you start to decline.
Oh,
Like it's not like if you go like right now, like bit, bam. Like I'm not doing that.
No, if
Until you
anything,
start
I'd be like, hey, if I got bit on my arm, start hacking that arm off. Like,
Yeah.
let's try that shit because I would no. We're
No,
talking,
I'm saying like until you start to like
Right.
clinically
if
decline.
I'm
then I would
sitting
kill you.
there and you like face is going pale,
Yeah.
just pure sweat.
Oh, you're done. Yeah.
Yeah, finish me. I don't want to go through that. It's basically just like I'm like just pull the plug.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to turn. I don't want to get to that point.
Right.
Just
No, that's what I meant. Yeah. Once you get so you're just like up and around and talking, you can.
yeah. And I remember, because Jesus, in the moment was Clementine picked up the gun. Imagine a fucking 7-year-old doing that.
Basically, she would hit herself in the face with the recoil. Bam.
Kind of surprising she didn't.
Yeah,
that'd be really funny if
like
they showed her next scene and her nose bleeding.
Well, yeah, I mean, have you fired like a 357 revolver? Pretty strong person, and it has a lot of recoil.
Right.
So yeah, it hit her in the face. Trust me.
There was a video I saw of a guy who shot a desert eagle. That thing almost completely took his face off.
Yeah.
That thing's got so much kick.
Yeah. Okay, so you talked about your two people there, so you can still talk about Joel, Nathan Drake, and John Marston.
I mean, Nathan Drake, I just feel like
put him on there.
The Uncharted series, in terms of a cinematic scope, and Nathan Drake, in my opinion, is just so iconic. The adventures they've been on, like I said, the cinematic scope that Naughty Dog takes in, the storytelling. Right. I mean, it's
good. I mean, he almost was on mine.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
But like I said, I picked my characters in a different way.
Okay.
Like with combat effectiveness, essentially.
Gotcha.
Is what I focused on.
Well, and I guess that's where I went with Price too, because at the end of the day, like with all the Call of Duties that have ever come into existence,
with all the calls,
the Modern Warfare series is probably one of the better known ones and probably more, I think, liked ones.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, probably.
And just Price is just, Task Force 141, like just fucking the ideal badass for any sort of soldier. I do like the new take they took on him though for the new 2019 Modern Warfare. So obviously different voice actor than the previous guy from the previous 3 games.
Right.
But I just love the way they kind of they made him seem not so fucking nuts. Like I feel like in the first 3 games he kind of had more of a cowboy type attitude, and in this one it's a little more like reserved, but still Captain Price. And then my last one on there is John Marston. Talk about like a fucking road to redemption. Like part of this massive gang, just going around being a piece of shit, and then finally you have to go back and save your family, and you sacrifice yourself.
Awesome. Hey,
about like a complete full circle.
You could say it was a good redemption story.
Oh boy, that's all the time we have, folks.
Could you say that?
I gotta.
Would you be willing to say that?
Yes. Yes.
You know what I really like? I really like when you are playing as Jack and you finally go kill what's his face. I just for some reason like killing him is fine. Like that's one thing. But for something about it, I just like that after you kill him and his body falls in the water, the screen totally changes and like it plays that desert twang riff kind of thing, like and then it just flashes like Red Dead Redemption. Because like that you finally you wrapped up.
Well, because technically when you start playing as Jack, you obviously know that you can go find more about him, about that guy that killed him, but they never explicitly say it once you start playing with him. Like you sit there and you mourn your John Marston and then your mom who had passed away. Jack sits there and he's like seeing him and stuff, and then he rides off, and then you can start playing as him, and you're like, oh, this is just some like I'll go look around, but I'm just going to continue because it never says like go talk to so and so to find out. But you do
find the blip.
But eventually you find there's a person sitting in Blackwater that you talk to who says they have information on where he might be.
Yep.
And now you're like,
because I think it's a stranger quest. That's how it starts, right?
It's like a random. You find them. It's stranger quest.
Yeah, and then and then you realize it's that guy.
Yeah, and then you go out and then you do that duel with him.
Yeah.
He's like fishing out by the freaking river, and you're like, "What up, asshole?" And he's like, "Remember me?" And he's like, "No, I'm fucking fishing. What do you want from me? I kill pieces of shit every day."
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? No.
Yeah, then you do that duel with him. Yeah, and then when you blow him away, like you said, he falls, and he's like, dang, and then it's like, all right,
Red Dead Redeemed.
And I know you're not redeemed. It just says redeemed. Ching. I know you're not that big a fan of the second game, but I will say the story of that is pretty fucking wild.
I know. I am like excited to like consume the story. It's just like the game is.
It's so weird because it's again one of those things where it's kind of like with the Star Wars prequels, where you obviously know what it leads up to, but it's still the whole fun part of knowing how, like, still thinking how they got to that point.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like with Red Dead Redemption 2, how you play as Arthur Morgan, and you're the whole gang.
The whole posse.
Spoiler alert: John Marston lives. So if anybody's playing the game thinking, "Oh my God, I don't want him to die," he won't. At least not yet.
Wait, are you? Did you
just spoil Red Dead Redemption 2 for me? Yes. John Marston does not die at the end of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, but why you were like telling people who like would have played Red Dead Redemption 2 before they played 1?
Why would you do that?
No, that's the information that you just gave.
I know, but why would you be a piece of shit and do things out of order like that?
No, you wouldn't. But that's what I'm saying. That was the only utility of what you just said with spoiler alert, John Marston lives.
At the end of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, no shit.
Right.
It's a prequel.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I said it was like a joke. Yes,
oh,
it was a
thank
joke.
God. Oh my God. I thought you were being serious, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Jesus, no.
Okay.
It was a joke. Meant to be like, hey, spoiler alert, John Marston lives.
I was like, of course he lives. Who's playing Red Dead Redemption 2 first?
I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Sorry about that. We're back. God, no, that's what I was saying. That's what I was getting at. What if somebody actually did that, though? Like, what if there's somebody on here like...
I'm sure there's plenty of people
I'm gonna play... No. What if somebody goes, I'm gonna play Red Dead Redemption 2 first?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of people who've done that.
Fucking psychopaths.
Think about how popular it was. Like, there's people who've done it. I'm just all I'm saying.
Do you think there were people who picked up and played Red Dead knowing full well that Red Dead Redemption 1 existed, but just didn't like know the guy's name, nothing to know about it, and then just saw Red Dead Redemption 2 come out and just went, all right, I'll give this a try. Yeah. And then maybe we'll go back.
Yeah, because of the online. People love the online shit more than I do, obviously.
Yeah.
So they were probably like, well, this is an extensive online experience. I'm going to play this game.
Well, with Rockstar, everybody's excited to see what the online format looks like.
Yeah, I'm glad people like it. It's just not for me. GTA, RDR.
The online for Red Dead Redemption is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We tried Red Dead Redemption 1. Remember playing that?
Yeah, it was fine. The Horde mode for that was fun.
Yeah.
With the zombies. That was fun.
But
that was a fun time.
They definitely obviously expanded for 2. They got more game modes. There was like just more activities. They kind of made it like somewhat story based.
Well, yeah, because they talked about it. You said more activities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they talked about it when they were making Red Dead Redemption 2, that they took their beds and made them into bunk beds. So they had so much more room for activities.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I appreciate you seriously listening to me as I set that joke up.
Yeah, I don't. I'm mad at myself for thinking that you actually had something cool to say.
That was funny. Anyway, what were you saying?
Yeah, I'm glad one of us thought it was.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Everybody else, I'm telling you right now, there are people
yours.
just like me who are like intently sitting there waiting to be like, what does Josh have to say about this? He said he doesn't like it typically, but what does he have to...
Oh. Step Brothers.
Oh.
Funny movie.
Oh. Let me guess. You like fucking guacamole, motherfucker?
Hey, I forgot to ask you. Do you like guacamole?
Boom. Oh my God.
So you were saying about Red Dead Redemption 2?
I played through it, and like I said, the only thing I really hate, I will say this, about the online, the one thing, welcome to Zach's segment of something's always wrong with every game. The thing I hated about Red Dead Redemption 2 is the progression system horrendously slow.
Yeah, so you keep playing.
So slow. But it was almost to the point where I wanted to stop.
You should have stopped then. You should have showed them.
But then they had double XP weekends.
See?
But that's what they did.
Got you right back in.
That's how they do it, though. Because then
you're a pawn.
You go,
you're a pawn in
you're like, oh, I can't shop here anymore. It's too expensive. But then they're like, oh, hey, buy one, get one free. I'm like, oh, well, I can't pass that up because now I'm getting 2 for the price of 1.
You want to talk about something? You want to talk about something? I want to talk about Arby's. I want to talk about Arby's.
Okay.
Okay. When we were children.
Go ahead.
Children. Think back. It used to be all full-sized roast beef sandwiches for this conversation. When we were kids, 5 for $5.
I do remember that.
5 sandwiches, $5.
Yep.
Awesome.
Well, it wasn't exactly $5,
nope,
but go ahead.
Nope, it was.
No,
yes, it was. Listen.
What?
Then it went away for a little while. Then it came back, and they're like, all right, we gotta recoup some of these costs here. $5.95. Okay? 95-cent increase. All right?
Okay.
Then it went away. And it was only very rare you had to get a coupon for $5.95. Okay. I just saw a couple days ago.
Okay.
5 for $10. 5 sandwiches for $10. You don't even, people remember 5 for $5. Don't spit in my face and offer me 5 for $10 as a fucking deal. I am not pleased.
How dare you, Arby's Corporation, for making us people think that that's a deal?
Because I was listening to, I think it was a radio commercial, and they were like, Arby's 5 for, and in that one half second, I'm like, 5 for $5. I was like turning around.
Kids, McRib is back. Get in the car.
I was punching it towards an Arby's, like 5 for $10, and I was like, you fucking assholes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They just fucking crushed your hopes and dreams.
Yeah, they really got me.
How dare? Where do you get off? You pieces of shit.
Unreal.
Wow. I did. Well, I mean, like I said, I remember that, but I don't remember them doing. I just remember it going away. I don't really go there anymore. It's too expensive.
It is. Yeah, that's the thing. It's too expensive.
It's too expensive. Honestly, I remember my parents would always go like, "Can we go to Arby's?" And my dad was like, "Oh, it's so expensive though."
Yeah, me
like,
too.
I was like,
my
really?
parents would say the exact
Again,
same thing.
when we're younger, you don't comprehend monetary value
He's
of
right.
anything.
He's right though.
So now that we're older, I was like, "Oh, I get it now."
We went to Arby's before we went to the Brewers playoff game. One of the 3 we went to 2 years ago. When we went to the NLDS.
Oh yes.
NLCS game 1.
Yes.
So we went to the NLDS on like a Friday. Then the next Friday was NLCS game 1. You came back up from Illinois to go to NLCS game 1, and then on a whim we're like, let's go to NLCS.
For those of you
game
who may be lost, this is baseball we're talking about. Baseball.
Baseball, the thing that they're not playing right now because of COVID.
Anything right now, and it's sad.
We got Arby's and we tailgated, and we listened to the Knights game while we were eating our food out at the parking lot of Miller Park.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I think they were playing the Flames that day.
I don't remember who they were playing. They won though.
They did.
I do remember that. Got a Knights win and a Brewers loss.
God, I miss sports.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm doing fine with that.
They are still doing esports, at least some of them. I noticed they were doing Rocket League for a little bit. God, it's been a minute since I mentioned that on here. Everyone's like, "Oh, motherfucker," rolling their eyes.
People are sick of you talking about The Last of Us. I promise.
I have a tattoo, fireflies. I don't know if I
You have a
threw that in there
tattoo
yet.
of fireflies?
Well, of the firefly emblem from The Last of Us.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Fine, I'll get into my other game I play all the fucking time, Rocket League.
Oh.
Click.
What are you gonna? Yeah. What are you gonna tell me about?
No, it's just I saw that they're still doing their
Tournament?
like regular, like they have like a regular season type
Oh, sure.
get-togethers. Basically, they call them like miniature tournaments, but it's all just regular season qualifiers. But they're still airing them and playing live. It's just all like streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
So like the broadcasters are in their homes streaming whatever. But I remember when this whole thing started.
Dude, what if somebody gets lag?
Well, that's the thing. So I was talking to a buddy of mine from Illinois, Joey, who is a pretty avid Smash Bros. Player. Like he'll travel around the country to play in tournaments.
Joey Tribbiani, yeah.
No.
Oh.
God, no. He and him and I were talking about it. Like I said, I'm like, oh well, at least esports will still be a thing. And then he was like, well, unless you can stream it, because like for example, Smash Bros. You have to play live, like in the same room as other people. So like the gatherings for those tournaments will be canceled just because of the mass number of people being in one particular spot. But we were talking about that. Like he brought up the point of like, well, what happens with lag? And I said, well, I guess that's like, I mean, if you're genuinely that like scared of it happening and it ruining your game, then don't fucking play. Like
this, part of the crew, part of the ship.
Like, that's the thing. Like it's like the risks now. You know that clearly things are not the way they used to be in terms of
being able to play
streaming
on a LAN
shit. I've seen posts where it's like PlayStation's been limiting download speeds.
Yeah,
and
Europe,
upload speeds.
PlayStation Europe.
Yeah, well now it's expanded, I think, across all PlayStation networks.
Did they?
Not just Europe anymore.
I didn't see
that. Where they're just slowing it across the board.
They're just throttling downloads.
Yeah,
which is fine. It's
because
not
people like
me
need a pretty strong internet connection working from home, like relatively strong. But no, I guess that was the thing I was telling him. I was like, you know what? This is a primal opportunity for esports to continue to try to play. If you
primal, like Far Cry primal,
like Far Cry,
Saber-Tooth Tiger.
I actually never played that game. Did you?
I have it. I haven't.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was on a sale.
Oh wow.
It's in my backlog.
I honestly have never played any of those Far Cry games. I've seen people play them.
I have Far Cry 5 as well. Physical.
I have not.
I lent it to.
Apparently,
Zach,
the newest one didn't get whatever that one with the crazy
Far Cry
religious
5.
guy.
Yeah.
Was it 5?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
And
if
they just came
out
with a big DLC for it.
Okay. That's right. I heard it didn't get really that great of reviews.
I don't know. I mean, truthfully, I don't really care about what reviews say anymore at this point. But
right. I mean, again, yeah. Like I feel like,
Oh
Jesus, that's a big thing with me in movies now. Is like
reviews are just so
people.
Blah.
There are so many reviews that I've seen now for things, for movies in particular, that are just so over the top, exaggerated, and it's just like, for the biggest one I can think of is Joker. When before that came out,
best form of advertising.
It seriously, people were just so pissed about it. They didn't want it to be like a thing, and everyone was like,
so violent. Everybody's like, bullshit. I'm going to see it.
By the way, not that violent.
I've watched much worse.
Seriously, I've seen way worse violence in
Sons of Anarchy, which aired on cable television, was significantly worse.
By the way, I'm gonna start watching that.
Yeah,
it's on Hulu because FX is all on Hulu now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start watching.
Sons of Anarchy is one of my favorite shows, and it's way more consistently graphic and terrible than the Joker.
Than the Joker was.
Or sorry, than Joker is.
Yes. But seriously, I think after that was probably the time where I finally saw the light, and I was like, you know what? Before I see a movie, I don't give a shit about reviews.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there are movies that get bad reviews that I don't like. There are things that people don't like that I still am gonna like.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you think? What's the movie that's the worst received as a whole that you love?
Ooh.
I got mine.
Well, if you have yours already, go for it.
You know what it is. Guess what it is. People that a lot of people do not like that I love.
Oh, Armageddon.
Armageddon. Hands down. Fucking love that movie. I know it's scientifically inaccurate. I know it's grandiose. I know it's Michael Bay. I don't care. I love it.
Well, to say again, people
Armageddon.
might be upset, but it's like, if that's what
that's
you
the thing.
want,
it doesn't matter. I fucking love it.
You get exactly what you expect. Like, when you walk into McDonald's, you're like, I want a half-ass burger that's going to just fill me up and make me feel like shit later. That's what you're going to get.
Coming right up.
Exactly. They're like, no problem, dude. Right here.
Don't lie.
That's
don't lie to yourself.
Like, that's what you're going to get.
You just have to be honest with yourself.
I love when people hate the movies for, like, oh, it's Michael Bay. Like, it's over-the-top action.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's scientifically inaccurate. It's a movie.
Yes, it's a movie.
I didn't say I was learning
how to dig astrophysics.
Yeah, I wasn't learning astrophysics by watching Armageddon. I never claimed that. I wanted to be entertained by Armageddon, and guess what? I sure as hell was.
Oh, let me think.
Love it.
Let me think of a movie that I love that the mass public probably doesn't. Oh boy, I honestly don't know. I mean, I guess the one that I can instantly think of that probably most people don't like just because they aren't familiar with the sport is Miracle.
No, I mean, people like it.
That's what I'm saying, but like people like it, but
people
I feel
don't dislike it.
Right.
That's the thing. People dislike Armageddon.
I don't know, man. I really don't. The only thing I can think of that at least that I love, I mean, obviously it's loved now, but like when it first got released, did absolutely awful in the box office and stuff, was Shawshank.
Yeah, but that's like a widely known thing. Right. But people love it.
Fuck, I don't know, dude. I honestly don't. I can't think of like of a movie. Cause maybe my problem is I'm thinking like every movie's great. All the movies I love are just great.
I can't think of a movie that you've told me that you loved that most people hate though. I can't think of one. I'm trying to think of one for you as well.
I honestly
can't really think of one. So I'll have to think about it and maybe say it later. But
I really like. I guess I don't know. The only thing I can think of maybe was like the first Transformers movie.
No, first Transformers movie did amazing.
I guess, yeah, but that's the thing. Like,
and so did the second one.
And even though the second one gets razzed all the time, but again, I'm like, I don't give a
people
shit.
Still saw it.
Yeah, exactly.
And people still liked it as a whole, I think.
After the second one, that's when that thing went downhill big time.
But yeah, and then he came out with that third one, and it was fine.
They came out the Mark Wahlberg one too, which is the fourth one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yikes.
Extinction, right?
I have no
Transformers
idea.
Extinction.
No clue. Then they came out with Bumblebee.
Never even thought about seeing it.
Never seen.
I love the first two. I just don't care anymore about them.
Right.
To be perfectly honest. NBE1. That's what we call them. That's what they call Megatron.
Oh, really?
Non-biological entity 1 when he's in the government facility.
Yes. NBE. I remember that now. I don't know, dude. I honestly can't.
John Turturro.
Yep. Is the guy who...
Yeah, the federal agent.
Yeah, honestly,
and then he finds him in that deli in the second one. That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
This is classified beyond top secret. Do not tell my mother.
Do not tell my mother. Honestly, like that movie to me, and like again, I hate when people are just like, "Oh, dude, Michael Bay." Like every person that says, "I'm like, you fucking love that movie." People love because I remember, especially our age, growing up watching the Transformers cartoons.
Yeah,
it's like, shut up, you went and saw that movie.
That's fine.
You enjoyed it.
I'm not even arguing. Yeah, he does the same stuff. Yeah, he has this. Yeah, he has that. Yeah, he's a dick to work with. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to watch the movie. Shut up.
I'm gonna go enjoy a movie that I have been meaning to see for some time. Shut the fuck up.
He's got space dementia. What? So I asked Michael once, I said, would it really be easier to train drillers to be astronauts than to train astronauts to be drillers? And he basically just told me to shut the fuck up.
What Josh just did, and I swear to God, that's 100% true. In the director's cut of, director's commentary of the movie Armageddon, Ben Affleck is sitting down and he was talking to people,
to Michael Bay
about why? Because if you really think about it, they sent drillers and they trained them as astronauts to go drill a hole on an asteroid. But then he was like, because this makes perfect sense why he says this, why wouldn't you just train astronauts how to drill a fucking hole?
The training is significantly less intensive than learning to be an astronaut.
It's so much different. Like an astronaut, there's so much crap you have to learn from a science and mathematics standpoint. And he's like, how hard is it to drill a fucking hole in the ground and how to teach guys how to do it?
And he basically just told me.
Michael Bay just told Ben Affleck to go fuck himself.
I'm here to train you so you don't go crazy when we get into space. God, I love that movie so much. I want to go watch it right now.
We were watching it. We took a vacation to San Diego to go see opening day for the Brewers. San Diegans. And we were watching the movie in our hotel room, and I don't know why I started recording.
I don't know
Snapchat.
Either.
I don't know, but I'm so glad I did, because I caught Josh watching the movie, and the only part that I got on video was him going, dude, anybody who hates this movie can just go fuck themselves. It's exactly what he says. And I just go, I guess.
Yeah.
He turned it. He was like, are you recording? And then cuts off. Again, I don't know why I did it, but I think it was because prior to that, you were on a pretty significant rant about the movie. So I was like, oh, let's try to catch a good clip.
Because I was like winding down, because as in the video, I'm like getting to the ground.
Yeah.
Because I was going to start stretching, because the day prior, we walked 43,000 steps in Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas, that's right.
So we were so, or at least I think you were too, but I was
My
so
feet were killing me.
sore. My calves were killing me, and I had to stretch it out. That was like getting on the ground to start stretching.
Dude, anybody who hates this movie can just go fuck themselves. I was like, Jesus, all right, sure.
Yeah, man.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's good stuff. But
that's about it. Got anything else? Any jokes?
Nope.
Egg? Stewie? Chris?
No, I think right now, again, just trying to get through my backlog of games. Wow, still haven't fucking... Well, you know what? Okay, you know what? Just for the sake of everybody who's been trying to wait to hear it, I am not going to talk about Days Gone until Josh has played it. Because I'm going to spoil something. But for all you listening, and I told Josh this, if he loves Sons of Anarchy and zombies as much as I think he does, he will thoroughly enjoy this game. I mean, it's literally a guy riding from a biker gang on a motorcycle around a fucking open world, taking on zombies.
Well,
I feel like it's something you were born to play. Just out of your simple likes of these simple things.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna talk about it until he's played it, because I just can't do it. I can't spoil. I know I'm gonna say up something that's gonna spoil it, so I just can't do it.
All right, don't do it.
Josh, you have any other... What are you playing right now? Well, you just finished up Vice City?
I just finished the story to Vice City, so I'm excited for them to make GTA 6 to be set in Vice City. Follow up Tommy Vercetti's story.
What's the next big game on your docket?
That's a good question.
Because Jesus Christ, we got to start stepping this shit up.
Sorry.
You got to start stepping this shit up.
I know. Residency's winding down. I can start playing more. I think I'm doing Return to Arkham, the remastered Arkham games.
Okay.
So I just started Arkham Asylum. I'm running it through on the hardest difficulty. Mm-hmm. So it's going to take me a while. But...
Oh. That's what I just started. I just downloaded it. Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah,
we were so pumped to buy it, and we never played it.
And I'll keep chipping away at all my Borderlands plays. I literally have an active play in all 3 games right now.
We have to finish up. I mean, at this point with Borderlands 1 and 2, I feel pretty content with where I'm at in terms of playing through those games. Mm-hmm. I mean, I played the Commander Lilith DLC for Borderlands 2, which, for the record, if anybody doesn't know, Gearbox made as a little prequel to the Borderlands 3 game, as a nice little filler.
I'm sure people know
how it gets from 2 to 3. Pretty cool, actually. Kind of throws some cool characters in. I told Josh there's one side quest that he'll thoroughly enjoy. But we actually we were gonna go through the campaign together of the pre-sequel.
Yeah, I gotta.
And we're 4%
for how much I have played Borderlands on so many different platforms. I really haven't done the pre-sequel,
which is so weird. Same. I haven't. My brother and I played it a little bit, but we never got through all the way to the end.
It's just not the same for some reason. It feels different.
I know, it's weird.
I can't give you an actual reason, but...
Right. But yeah, we have yet to do that too. It's Jesus.
So. All right.
Do you have any final words?
Want to do what I would do?
Wisdom. Do what Josh would do. What do you got?
Go listen to the Imps song. Doom soundtrack, the video game. Doom, the Imps song. It's amazing. It'll get you fired up.
Okay.
It's a crunchy tune. That's what I would do.
Okay. Hey, don't be a fucking loser. Do what Josh would do.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell myself every day when I wake up. Don't be an idiot. Do what Josh would do.
I used to listen to that before I went to work every day.
Really?
Yep.
Before the world
Their
ended?
Deeb's song. That was about 3 years ago.
Oh, well. Before the world
When
ended.
Doom 2016 was out.
Fair enough. All right. That's about all I got.
Say goodbye.
Thanks again, everybody. Till next time.
Come on, Jeff.